What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another one of my video game reviews. And today I have here with me Valentino Rossi the Game. Before I start, I have to say that I am in love with this game. It is basically the new MotoGP installment from Milestone, except they removed MotoGP from the name and plastered the Rossi brand all over it. You begin the game as a fresh rider at the VR46 Racing Academy alongside several other students of Rossi. Your entire first season in the career mode is spent learning the ropes of the 5 racing categories of the game with the academy, as well as participating in the Moto3 season as part of Rossi's Sky team for the most part. After the first season, you are now free to start progressing on your career in Moto3 and over several seasons, work your way up to MotoGP and compete with Rossi himself amongst other legends. While you no longer have the option to play as your own custom team in career mode with a customized bike anymore, it is not an issue as bike and team customization was never a great feature in the MotoGP series as far as the Milestone line is concerned, and is instead now replaced with intermissions where you return to the academy to practice flat track, the R1M, drift and rally. Yes, the game's 4 other categories other than the main MotoGP component. Flat track has you racing around Rossi's Motoranch on a supermoto. R1M practice has you on the Misano track learning the ropes of MotoGP on a Yamaha R1M. Drift teaches you the style on a Mustang GT, and last but not least, Rally has you racing against the clock in a Ford Fiesta. The driving categories do tend to be iffy with the illogical controls and relative weightlessness of the cars that slide all over the place. That makes them a lot less enjoyable, but they do get only slightly more interesting as you learn how to overcome the odd behaviors of the cars. While the bike customization may have been dropped now, I think Milestone at least did a good job in at least bumping up the rider customization a notch. Now there is a RPG-esque form of progression where your rider slowly improves in one of 7 skills after each race, as well as rider bonuses that you unlock upon achieving certain conditions, both of which give you a boost in your performance while racing. Aesthetic customizations have also been improved, and you have 3 different sets of gear to prepare, one for each motorcycle category: R1M, flat track, and of course the MotoGP mode. If you have finished the career mode, there is so much content to play with. You can choose to take on Valentino Rossi's historic events, where it starts with a video of him recounting a particularly important moment in a race.
La prima vittoria nel mondiale è un traguardo molto importante, quindi è una cosa indimenticabile, no? Anche perché è una sensazione unica. Era il mio primo anno di mondiale, venivo dal mio primo podio alla gara prima in Austria. Sono arrivato a Brno e sono stato subito veloce nelle prove, al punto che ero riuscito a fare la pole position, quindi partivo davanti. C'era un misto fra una grande eccitazione per la prima pole position, ma anche molta preoccupazione, no? Perché hai paura di sbagliare. Era stata una gara di gruppo fino a un certo punto, come classiche gare della 125. Poi eravamo riusciti ad andare via io e Martinez, e da lì è venuta fuori una lotta all'ultimo sangue, perché
Before taking you into the game at that exact moment as Rossi, where you have to complete a particular condition like maintaining your position or overtaking somebody. There is also the Challenge the Doctor mode, where you step into Rossi's shoes again, but this time to beat Rossi's best lap times at each track in the game. There are also the Challengers mode that randomly generates a random match every couple of hours, as well as time attack, of course, for any of the other categories in the game. Now, for any good game, there are also its bad points. Valentino Rossi the Game has graphics that by 2016 standards isn't impressive. It is nowhere near standards set by Forza or Gran Turismo. Weather effects hasn't been really that improved either, and the wetness of tracks use textures that are sometimes disjointed along sections of the track. The upside to this though is that the game actually runs pretty smooth on my very old i5 3570K and GTX 760. Audio is also pretty average. It is not bad by any means. There is a pretty nice soundtrack on all the menus as well as within the races themselves, but they are forgettable. Vehicle sounds are pretty okay too, although audio does get jumpy at points. But you know what? At least they got Valentino Rossi himself to provide his voice on some lines. At least that's a plus.
Hi guys, we've got some time to practice before the next race. How about we meet at Misano for a bit of drift?
You also get a Rossipedia, which is just another 3D model gallery of helmets and liveries that Rossi has gone through over the years, as well as the ability to pan around them. It is neat to have for us Rossi fans, but ultimately really serves little purpose other than for you to spend the points you earn in races to unlock them for viewing. My feelings on the physics and handling in the game are pretty mixed. While I really like the way they are handled in the motorcycle portions where the bikes have weight to them and they logically do tip over in the expected circumstances. In the drift and rally portions of the game, the cars, like I've mentioned before, feel weightless and control very oddly and take a lot of getting used to, even for someone like me that plays Need for Speed regularly. Overall, the game is a solid one and incredibly polished and definitely worth the price, despite it having some issues in the visual and audio presentation department, which it could definitely iron out over time. And I recommend it to anyone who has an interest in both gaming and motorcycle racing in general, and a must-have for anyone who is a Rossi fan like I am. Of course, remember, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like and subscribe button to support me, or visit my Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, and I'll see you next time.